You look back, and suddenly, the years have passed. Your journey has been filled with moments where you have felt unseen, maybe even forgotten. You carry feelings no one else truly knows, the kind of stories only you could tell. Maybe you're in your 20s, just trying to find where you belong, or in your 30s, balancing the quiet battles no one ever asks about. Or maybe you're in your 50s, holding memories that still live softly inside you. And here's what I want you to hear. Today, I see you. I see the strength it takes to keep showing up, even when it feels like no one notices. As introverts, we carry so much inside, and that's not a burden. It's a gift. Your feelings, your depth, your sensitivity, they're proof of your heart. And it's more than okay. It's beautiful. We live in a world that loves noise, loud voices, fast talkers, constant posting, and in the middle of all that, you, the introvert, might feel out of place, like you're falling behind simply because you don't scream to be seen. But here's the twist. What feels like a flaw is often your greatest gift. This video isn't here to fix you. You're not broken. This is more like a safe corner on the internet, a pause button for your soul. So today, let's talk directly to your introvert heart, and maybe help it heal a little. Let's start here. For years, you may have carried the weight of labels. Shy, too quiet. Maybe people even assumed you were rude because you didn't jump into conversations. And little by little, those labels start to feel like scars. You question yourself. Why can't I be more outgoing? Why can't I be more like them? But here's the truth. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is space. Space for reflection, for observation, for understanding. And introverts are masters of that. You're not the person who talks just to fill the air. You're the one who notices the detail, the nervous twitch, the slight hesitation, the emotion behind someone's words. And that's powerful. Because while the world is busy making noise, you're the one hearing the music underneath it. And once you realize your silence is wisdom, the next step is learning how to protect it without guilt. Here's a scenario. You've had a long week. All you want is a quiet Friday night with your book, or your playlist, or just yourself. Then comes the text. Come out with us tonight. You hesitate. You don't want to disappoint anyone. So, against your better judgment, you say yes. And halfway through the night, you're exhausted, drained, wishing you'd stayed true to yourself. That's what happens when we ignore boundaries. And here's the healing truth. You don't owe everyone your presence. You owe yourself peace. Boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're doors. And you get to decide who walks through and when. Saying no isn't selfish, it's sacred. Because every no to what drains you is a yes to what nourishes you. And the beauty of it? The people who truly value you will respect those boundaries. And the ones who don't? They were never your people to begin with. And here's the magic. When you protect your time, you actually discover something even deeper. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's your secret power. Let's clear up a myth. Solitude equals loneliness. Loneliness is the ache of wanting connection and not finding it. Solitude, on the other hand, is choosing your own company and finding it enough. Think of some of the greatest minds. Einstein, who used long walks alone to untangle complex ideas. Virginia Woolf, who spoke about needing a room of one's own. Even Steve Jobs was known for his solitary walks when making decisions. They weren't escaping life. They were entering the deepest part of it. When you embrace solitude, your imagination wakes up. You can finally hear your thoughts without interruption. Your creativity grows roots. Your intuition sharpens, and you come back to the world not weaker, but stronger. like a battery fully recharged. So the next time someone says, "You spend too much time alone," smile, because you know the truth. Solitude isn't your weakness, it's your workshop. But here's the catch. You can't fully enjoy solitude until you stop being your own harshest critic. And that's where self-compassion comes in. If you're an introvert, you probably know this feeling well. You replay conversations over and over. Did I say the wrong thing? Should I have spoken more? Why didn't I say what I was really thinking? You tear yourself apart, not because you failed, but because you care too much. And that's exhausting. Here's the healing shift. What if you spoke to yourself the way you'd speak to your closest friend? You'd never tell your friend they were boring, awkward, or not enough. You'd say, "You're thoughtful. You're trying your best. You don't need to prove yourself every second." Self-compassion doesn't mean ignoring growth. It means growing without cruelty. It's giving yourself permission to be human, to stumble, to learn. And here's a secret. When you treat yourself with kindness, the world often follows your lead. And once you start giving yourself that kindness, something powerful begins to grow. Confidence, introvert style. Now, let's redefine confidence. It's not about being the loudest in the room or commanding attention with your voice. That's extrovert confidence. Introvert confidence is different. It's quieter, deeper, and honestly, longer lasting. It looks like walking into a room without needing to perform. It looks like choosing your words carefully and knowing they matter. It's the calm assurance that your value isn't measured by how many people hear you, but by how deeply the right people feel you. Here's the paradox. The more you embrace your introversion, the more magnetic you actually become. Because authenticity is rare, and people are drawn to it. So here's the truth. Introvert heart. Healing isn't about fixing yourself or trying to be someone you're not. It's about gently coming home to your quiet, your depth, and the way only you can see the world. And if no one has reminded you lately, your quiet is powerful. Your depth is rare. And even in silence, your presence changes the room. So let me ask you, what part of your introversion are you finally ready to embrace? Write it in the comments. You might be surprised how many people feel the same way. And if this video brought you even a little peace, maybe share it with another introvert who needs this reminder. Because healing begins the moment we realize we were never truly alone.